Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm doing the 24-hour readathon, which was supposed to start at 9 p.m. for me, but I got a little bit tired yesterday, so I went to bed around 5ish in the afternoon to make sure I would wake up on time for the readathon, but I actually overslept, so it's 2:30 in the morning now, and I'm starting with a readathon. So I have a plan of several books that I'm going to read. I have two series I need to finish. So one is Nordic noir. It's the series of Patrick Hellstrom by Camilla Lackberg, and I'm reading that mostly in French. I have I think I have one of the book in English, but otherwise the other are French, and I'm on the fourth book, so I want to finish that series, so I'm probably gonna only read one book of that series. Then I have the other series that's a YA science fiction type of thing, kind of fantasy science fiction a bit, and it's by Peter Lore, which is a pseudonym for several writers, and it's the Lorien Legacy, but it's the Lost File. I already finished the Lorien Legacy. This is the Lost File. I need to start on book 5, and there is 13 of them, so I have 8 books if I want to read, and all in English. Then I have a few standalone books that I want to read. I have one, it's called Virus of the Mind, and it's not fiction. And I have another non-fiction book which is called God is Not Great. And apart from that, I have a few standalone books that I put in the list too. So I don't know how much I'm going to read. I'm already 5 hours late, but 6 hours late maybe. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, so I need to go and read, and I'll see you later. It's almost 9 a.m. and I'm finally done with book 1, so it was really good. It's part of a series that I like a lot. It's like Nordic noir, so you have the mystery and at the same time you have the story of everybody around, and it has a lot of detail, and it has a lot of cultural detail as well about Sweden, and it also has interaction between the characters that are really good. So I would recommend you to read the Falchbacka series if you have time, or if you have any interest in that. Anyway, it was really nice. So now I'm going to jump on the science fiction book. It's called Five's Legacy. So it's it's a series where the main character have names that are numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, but some of them also have normal names, but they all have a number basically. And this one is there is a main series, and the second series, which I'm reading now, is little books of what happened in between in the series that hasn't been explained. And this one is about the legacy of number 5. So legacy are basically their powers, because they have supernatural powers. So anyway, I'm going to read that, but first I'm going to go and take a shower because I need to go out around 10. So I'm going to take a shower and then go reading, and then I'll see you again when I go out. So guys, I'm on my way to the Bouquinerie first. So that's basically what I do on the 4th Sunday of the month. If you've seen already some vlog I had before at the Bouquinerie. So I just go there and check if they have interesting books in French. and hopefully I'll find something that I might or might not read during this readathon. And so far I'm on chapter 3 of the book number 2, and the story is basically kind of very slow. It just shows the basic life of one of the characters before the main storyline happens. So it's all in his head, and he's just a little bit of a boring character. So I'm kind of, it's not that I don't like this series, I really like the main series, just because the main series is a lot of books already, and then you have the side series. The books are shorter, but it's still a lot of books, and the side series have like the point of view of a lot of different characters, sometimes minor characters. So some of them are interesting, some of them are less interesting. Sorry guys, there is like a drone, like a very weird helicopter with two things up there. Anyway, so this book is just about this character, and it's not as exciting as some others. So probably it's just a build-up. It's going to build up for a while until he probably gets captured. That's because he gets captured in the main series, so it has to go up to probably until then. So yeah, it's just a filler series, just a side series that fill up all the blank in the main series, and it's not as exciting as the first book I was reading, which was like, you know, the Nordic noir thing with the serial killer, and they had to figure out why he was killing people, why he was killing the people he was killing, what was the link between them. Like, it was really exciting. Even so, Nordic noir is just like, you know, slowly paced and with a lot of details. So it's a very different type of writing as well. It's not as sophisticated as the other as the previous book I was reading. But anyway, so now I'm walking to get to the bus. Hopefully I'll be able to read in the bus and in the train to go to the Bouquinerie, and then I'll show you the books at the Bouquinerie as well. Anyway, let's go! So guys, turned out that reading in the crowded bus and in the short time in the train was a bit more complicated than expected, so I only managed 11 pages. That's not really good. Hopefully between these places, this is Edo Kawabachi, and between here and the writing, because I'm going to the writing afterward, the train is a lot longer and normally not as crowded, so I'll probably get a place to sit down and be able to read for at least 1 hour. So that would actually cover normally 60 pages, which will take me really close to finishing the book, if not finishing the book. So hopefully it will be alright. Anyway, I'm arriving at the place where we can get books, so I'm gonna do just that. Let's have a look at the books. So guys, I managed to get 2 books. So this one is Ramsès. It's by Christian Jacques, and basically he's like the guy, the most popular in Egypt for what you write about Egypt history. So he has the whole series of books about Egyptian pyramids, Egyptian kings, Egyptian god, and all that. And he has like access to everything because he's like doing it so well and so like nicely, apparently, that the Egyptian government really like him and they let him access to everything. So it's probably very detailed and stuff, and it's fiction. So basically it's going to be easy to read, and I meant to read that for a while. So basically this is my chance. I actually have the ebook that a friend sent to me, but I think it's going to be nice to read it on paper. And then the second book I find is a thriller. So I don't know the person who wrote it, I don't know anything about this book except what's written at the back. And basically it's set in my region, in Brittany, in France. So as soon as I saw that, I was like very excited. Oh, that sounds really, really cool. So that's why I got that one. So basically that's the two books I got from the Bouquinerie. So now what I'm gonna do is go back to the train station and take the train to South Tokyo. I'm going to the write-in, the Shut Up and Write write-in. So I'm going to read on the way, hopefully. And we have like 1 hour writing and maybe some chatting and 1 more hour writing, and then I'm gonna go back home. So technically the thing is, I'm going to try to write as much as I can. I want to get 5,000 words today because I didn't write yesterday, and my average I want it to be 2,500. It's like my pre-nano workout. So I try to get 2,500 words every day. So the plan for today is 5,000. In 1 hour I can probably manage, if I'm really good, to get 2,000. So 2 hours of straight writing should get me 4,000. And we have like some time before, some time after, and some time in between, during which I'm going to try to get 1 extra 1,000. So that's the plan. It's not really set in stone because it's going to depend what I can think about for the story, where the story is going, and all that kind of thing, how fast I can write. I set my my font to Comic Sans because apparently, like, someone shared on Facebook that Comic Sans makes you write faster, and I think it's ridiculous. But it's free to test it, so I'm gonna try and test it. I haven't tested it yet. I just turned my font when I saw that and didn't write anything. But that's the plan. So anyway, guys, I'm almost at the station, so I'm going to read, and I'll see you in a bit. Guys, so I'm in Musashikoyama and I stopped for snacks before the writing. And unfortunately I haven't finished the book yet, but I still have 1 hour before the writing starts. So I'm going to be waiting for the door to open, and I'm going to be reading for 1 hour. So hopefully this time I'm definitely finishing this book. So anyway, that's basically about it. It's getting more interesting a little bit. So I think we're nearing the end, like how he's going to be like captured. So I'm kind of looking forward to that part. I want to know how it happens, and how basically they brainwash him if possible, but we'll see. So anyway, I'm gonna just wait for people to arrive and for the door to open and read the book. So guys, I'm in the train station waiting for my train to come back, and I have absolutely no idea when that's going to be, because like there is 2 trains on the same line and this one is not going where I'm going, so I need to wait for the next one that actually goes where I'm going. Anyway, so what happens was that I couldn't write as much as I wanted, and I couldn't read at all during the writing because it was a special NaNoWriMo writing. So what happens during special NaNoWriMo? So normally during the writing it's generally the organizer and me and maybe someone else, like not that many people. But since this one was a special NaNoWriMo thing, a lot of people showed up, and we had actually until 4 p.m. so for 2 hours of chatting, playing games, and talking about NaNoWriMo, like writing games that I actually won. Yeah, I got a lot of goodies too. You can get like chocolate and stickers, and I'm going to show all that to you when I get home because, well, you know, it just needs to pick them out and show that to you. So I'm gonna just do that when I get home, but like, so only the last hour between 4 and 5 we were writing, and I managed 2,000 words, which is like what I normally do in 1 hour, so it's okay. I put on the Comic Sans font and it didn't change anything. I still got like only 2,000 words, so I'm not typing faster in Comic Sans. And maybe it's easier to read, but I think it's a little bit distracting because I'm not used to it. So maybe if I get used to it, it's going to be like helping me type faster or whatever. But I don't really think so. I just think it's just normal, like anything else. So basically that's what it is. So it was a lot of fun. It was interesting. I'm gonna show you everything I got, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit more probably in another video. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that in another video so I can concentrate on this video to talk about the readathon, since this is a readathon video. So what I'm doing now is like I'm waiting for the train, and maybe I should actually go and check out what time it's going to go. So there is one coming up at 5:32 and one at 5:37. And they both go to the same place, so I don't know if it's going to be mine or not. Hopefully yes, I don't know. So I'm just going to wait here until it comes, and hopefully it's not going to take that long. It's kind of easy to come here because you just get in a train and change, and you only have one train from here to go to the other place, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so all I have to do is wait and see if it's going to go where it should or not. Anyway, so when I get in the train, I'm going to read again. I'm 2 chapters away from finishing the book I was reading, so book number 2, and then I'm going to read until 2 in the morning at least. Part of me wants to read until 2 in the morning, so the deadline is 9 p.m. obviously, but since I started at 2 a.m. this morning, I'm gonna do like 24 hours, which would be 2 a.m. But since I have been not reading, well, I didn't read that much in the train to come, like in the first train, and when I was at the, so that's maybe 1 hour I didn't read, and then there has 3 hours of the writing, so it's like 4 hours. So I might read until 6 a.m. just to catch up, depending on how I feel. So I'll just update you as I go. So anyway, train is coming, finger crossed that it's mine, and talk to you later, guys. Guys, it's almost 7 p.m. and I'm finally back home, and this is my NaNoWriMo bag. So lots of goodie in there. So I'll show that to you in a special video where I'll take everything out and tell you what happened and what I win, like the game of writing. So right now I'm just going to set up everything and go back to read my book. It's almost finished. I'm at the last chapter, so probably just a few pages left, and then I'm gonna go to book number 3. So talk to you later, guys. Fell asleep on book number 3, so yeah, I didn't go really far actually. So I think that's going to be it for today. It's 4 in the morning, and even so I fell asleep. I didn't sleep all that long anyway, so I'm gonna go back to sleep. And yeah, so first I want to tell you about the readathon. So I managed to finish 2 books, and I read for almost 8 hours, which is pretty good, seeing that I was like out for a while, and I had the writing and I had the nano party. So basically on a good day I can do that too. So it's not fantastic for a readathon. I hope that the readathon would have been like, I mean, at least 12 hours of reading, but I can probably do that tomorrow instead, so I don't know. Other trouble is I was so into doing all that thing that I completely forgot to do my language learning, so I lost my streak and Duolingo, which was like 77 days. So yeah, boo. And I lost all the language streak on memorize as well. Like I have like 5 going on and they weren't as high. Like I think the longest was 26 days. So yeah, all lost. So I'm going to start everything back to scratch today, after I get some sleep. And what else? Yeah, I guess that's about it. So I didn't read the non-fiction books, which is bad. I didn't finish the series of the Lorien Legacy, Lost File, which is also bad. But at the same time, I don't think I can read that many books in a day, no matter if it's like 24 hours of full complete reading. I don't think I could have read all that. But it was fun. So I guess like I planned, I don't remember how many books, I probably planned like 6 or 7 books, and I managed to read 2 and a little bit of the third one. So yeah, that's the achievement of the day. It's not too bad to read 2 books in a day, I guess. I'm still delayed, like I'm like a lot of book delayed on my Goodread goal for the year. So yes, that's not too good either. But hopefully I'll be able to catch up. And yeah, I also managed to get 2000 words written today. So maybe, tomorrow basically at the writing. No, not tomorrow. Yesterday, sorry. I'm kind like it's 4 in the morning, so it was yesterday, obviously. And yeah, hopefully I can manage to get another 2500 today. I really want to finish that book before NaNoWriMo, but we're on the 28th, so 29, 30, 31st, so I have 4 days. So that's probably 10,000 if I just write my normal amount of words. So with a little bit of luck, that's going to be enough to finish the book. If I'm not lucky enough to finish the book, well, I don't know. I still need to do some reading of my previous draft because I don't know what I'm going to write. Like I was supposed to write a sequel of the House at the Crossing, which is what I'm working on now, but that sequel might be useless. So instead, or I could have like not a sequel, well, a sort of sequel, but not like just straight after as I planned it, but more like a few years later or a few months later. Like what I planned was they are in this Acorn military world, and I wanted them to go through another portal, not the portal they come from, but another portal, so they would be able to like they would fix another problem. But this doesn't sound like it's going to work so well, because well, that would mean that from that other world I would take the portal they knew in that world to go back home. But I think instead I'm just going to get them to go through the same portal they come from, so they're gonna go back to the house. Because the thing is, it would be nice to have like this detour of one novel in another world, but at the same time, since the book is about a house, it's better to get them back to the house. So on the way the plot has been developing now, they are closer to go back from the portal they come from. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully I'll figure it out, and then I might be able to write another book about that. So instead of going to the elf world and then back to the house, they're just gonna go straight to the house, and I'll have to write a book that happened between the end of the House at the Crossing and the beginning of Demon's Soul, to sort of clean up the characters, because a lot of characters in the House at the Crossing don't appear in Demon Soul, and some characters in Demon Soul are supposed to be living in the house, but they're not living in the house right now. So I'll have to explain that maybe. Anyway, so that was my day of readathon. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumb up and to subscribe, and see you next time, hopefully soon, for some nano video. Anyway, bye.